Okay, so we're talking about, Theo Epstein right now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure you've kind of been, you've had your thought. Are you a Red Sox fan?
Yeah.
Okay, you can pick up the mic here. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
What's your reaction to the way the Red Sox organization has been handled these days?
I mean, I've been pretty kind of like rattled. I honestly stopped caring about them at the end of last year. And then you get hope as the offseason builds, but then we sign no one. The Justin Turner thing is just mind-boggling. Like, he was like, I want to be a Red Sox. Like, they didn't even reach out to me. And then he goes to the Blue Jays. I know it's like in the division. I thought that was pretty crazy. And then we're just not even trying at this point. The Theo Epstein thing, in my mind, I know they came out and said, we've kind of forgotten about the Red Sox. We want to get back in. I think that's just BS. I think it's total BS. I think they're just trying to cover your own butt. And I think, like, you got like Jared Carabas on Twitter being like, oh, Theo is back. Twitter, Red Sox Twitter's back. In 10 days, nothing's going to happen. We're going to go back, and it's going to be the same season over again until something changes.
So you're not happy?
No, I'm very pessimistic.
Okay, so a couple of things to unpack. First, I want to go into the Justin Turner thing, because when he signed with the Red Sox last year, I said early on, like 2 weeks in, I said, this guy is the ultimate Boston sports figure. And he hadn't even played a game with the Red Sox, but you could tell there are 3 simple things you do. You don't even have to win. If you go to a Bruins game or a Celtics game as a Red Sox, you drink a beer on the Jumbotron and you act like you appreciate the city, everybody's going to love you. It's like Brock Holt.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman. Going back to a conversation we had a couple weeks ago, like the difference between Julian Edelman and Wes Welker with the buy-in in the city is kind of why he was so popular, minus maybe some Super Bowls. But that Justin Turner, I think that resonates a lot with people.
I mean, he's gritty. Like, he had that just like rough look. He took Bogart's number, and everyone's like, I mean, you're kind of walking a fine line. And he was clutch somehow. We were in a bad team. He had over 100 RBIs. If you told me that, I would have been like, oh, that's crazy. He was like productive and a bright spot. It's good to have those guys in the locker room, especially the young team. And now we just have like Devers and kind of a bunch of nobodies.
Who was the face of the team? I love this question. Whose jersey are you buying? This is my favorite question.
I bought one recently. It's Devers. But I bought it before, I guess, with Bogart still there. What about you?
I don't have a jersey currently. I mean, it's hard to say, right? I was a huge Mookie guy and a Bogarts guy. I still wear a Bogart shirt every once in a while. I don't hold it against him, honestly. We gave the money to Story, obviously. It's a tough situation on that side of the, that side of the infield, so to speak. But I was just saying to Dave, in terms of Epstein and where he, the announcement by John Henry, it seems, like it was kind of like a tactic. Like, everyone's angry. I mean, the Jordan Montgomery stuff. His wife's here on residence.
Stunt.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
a PR stunt.
Yeah, it's going to work well for a little bit. I mean, how'd you not love Theo? How'd you not like what he did to the Red Sox? What he did for the Cubs. He's probably like the most famous GM in the history of MLB.
I was reading something. It was Sean McAdam, Matt's Live. I don't know if you guys know, but basically the report is that they hired Theo because they recognized and kind of acknowledged the fact that they're not paying enough attention to the Red Sox. So you're saying they're now admitting it with an anonymous source, and they've been gaslighting us, basically pointing the finger at the media and the fans for saying, no, we're all in. You guys are spreading lies. That's the definition of gaslighting, is it not?
It is.
Manipulative. It's manipulative.
Well, I just don't understand it. Like, we have a GM. Does he not care about the team? Is he not, like, I understand if he's going to Kennedy.
So you think you're blaming Craig Breslow?
I'm not. Oh, no, not at all. Or like anyone in Bloom. Like, I don't blame him at all. I'm saying if you just let him take time, I think he would have been fine. I'm saying they created an environment where he couldn't succeed, and that's what they're doing now. So that's why I'm confused about why they're saying this. Wouldn't Breslow be actively trying to sign players, make this team better? And is he? He's probably going to them, and then they're like, "Oh, we can't afford him. We don't want to give him this." There was, I forget who got signed. Who was the? It was the big bat. The Dodgers signed from the Blue Jays. Who was that guy? Anyways, he got
a big bat from the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that went to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar.
Oh, okay. Is he a big bat still?
Yeah, I don't know. Big guy.
Down
Okay.
year last year.
Okay,
Down
So
year
I
last
think
year.
Neither here
I
nor
think he
there.
got 1 year for $22 million, and we offered him 2 years for $22 million, and that's you're not going to compete when you're the Boston Red Sox like that. And so I think it's just if you're not a dumb fan, you understand how BS this is really. Like if you're into the Red Sox and you care, I think it's like it's almost a lost cause at this point, and they're just throwing us a bone for like 10 days to get over.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, Theo wouldn't just all of a sudden, like, you get booed at Winter Weekend, you announce that you're partnering with PGA and Live. Like, Theo's not making such a life-changing, quote-unquote, decision. You know, oh, we announced PGA Live, oh, I got to call up Theo. Like, hey, can you save our ass in PR realm? And, like this was obviously planned, so I don't think it was, like, that calculated.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right? I mean, like, he's not just all of a sudden. He said that he wants ownership stake. Like, that's kind of his next step in his professional career. But I think it's impossible to think that he was like, oh, I got to come in and save the Red Sox all of a sudden, like 48 hours notice.
No, I don't think it was on his part. I think it's say the negotiation for this started 9 months ago. We knew 9 months ago that our actions in free agency this year were not going to go over well with the fans. And so it's all part of a...
But why did they not announce it earlier then? If you knew that it wasn't just a 24-hour, oh shit, we're in trouble in the PR world, I'm going to call up my friend Theo to bail us out. If you knew it was 9 months in advance, why would you announce it now when you're shit out of luck 2 weeks out of spring training with 0 stars? And you've been getting just
I mean, it
battered.
has to be the PGA thing. So I think that's right. I think it comes back. It has to be. Like, everyone was making fun of them on Twitter, and that was going on. And then once that hit, it just like exploded.
I think that's I don't believe that.
You don't.
I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how you get a guy who's been in every big baseball role there is except for commissioner, and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'll come in and clean up this mess for you guys. It's like rolling out them bringing in Theo Epstein is like them rolling out David Ortiz. That's kind of what it is. It just is like, dude, come on.
I mean, I'm not. Hopefully it comes with good. Hopefully you can give Breslow some tips. I mean, having him in and around the building is not going to hurt. And I mean, despite him being in Connecticut, but it's not going to hurt in the long run. But I think we're the example of it's not sitting well with the fans. This isn't getting me over the hump of my frustration with where they're going as a franchise and where they need to go in order to even compete and be the third best team in the division. We are the fifth best team, and it's very clear.